Thank you very much. Now I'd like to bring up the fourth speaker for the proposition, Adrien Bilal.
Mr. Chairman, an exhaustible source of inspiration and poetry, lovely bellboy, or should I call you a razor boy, I don't really know. Your French charm surely cannot rival your German punctuality. Wise members of the jury, whose very German rationality shall decide whether Kennedy's prophetical sentence, Ich bin ein Berliner, should turn, like my colleague Ala said, wir sind alle Berliner, we are all Berliners. Dear members of the opposition, should you win this debate, it would still prove that the motion is true. Fellow members of the government, whose lack of Germanity is, I know, an unforgivable flaw. Ladies and gentlemen, whose presence here tonight warms my heart almost as much as the hot currywurst that my colleague Ala already made your stomachs grumble with. And perhaps did these currywursts inspire the opposition of the Berlin Debating Union when they prepared their speeches. For I must say, I felt some hot arguments there. Arguments that honor the memory of the greatest German philosophers. Yet, like Immanuel Kant or Georg Hegel's works, you could feel the sausage, but it kind of lacked the spicy part. For instance, Mr. Carcassonne, you told us that what matters is happiness. I think that Miss Merkel, the last Iron lady left, would be much happier if the French president would be an Iron Man rather than the fromage de Hollande. Miss Erie, you said that French are the first to have made a declaration of human rights, but in fact we were the last to have applied it. In the school I come from, the first woman to entered it in 1970. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're not debating whether Germany is better than France. We're not debating whether we should have dinner at 6 or at 8 p.m. We're not even debating whether wearing socks and sandals at the same time should be prohibited. Of course it should! No, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's motion is deeper than that. It goes beyond the simplistic economic and political and philosophical arguments the opposition has been putting forward so far. The motion asks whether we're ready to drop our chauvinism and open our eyes, our soul, and our heart to bring foreign blood in our veins at last. My colleague Ala rose first to show how France, with its countless flaws, has much to learn from Germany. My colleague Bart then stood up to tell you that the motion had a broader interpretation, that Europe itself should be more German. But in fact, we're determined to go even further. We're willing to challenge the semantic borders of this motion and to show that the entire world should be more German. If we want... Yes, please.
Give us a series of reasons why the world should be more German, but all you give us is that the world should be just the tiniest bit more German. You pick and choose what you guys want to do. You don't
Is this a question? Put this in a question. Okay. Thank you for the tag.
Well, as I said, the motion we're debating tonight is not whether France should be completely German, but the motion is if France should be more German. And if we want to heal the world, make it a better place, for you and for me and the entire human race, it's time that we turn our eyes toward those who act better than us. And let's admit it, German people do nearly anything better than others. So not only France, not only Europe, but the entire world should be more German. And don't misunderstand me, I'm throwing away no thank you. I'm throwing away neither Victor Hugo nor Champagne. I'm throwing away neither French culture nor the French exception. I'm saying that German people have so many qualities that all of us should draw inspiration from them. And we could dream of a world where we would ride a bike, both to go to work and to go and strike. A world where we could melt cheddar or camembert into schnitzels. A world where every human being could afford a Mercedes. Let's think of all the others undisputable qualities of German people that others lack. They are hardworking, enduring, smart, disciplined, pragmatic, respectful of the environment, patient, beer-resistant, intelligent, punctual, respectable, sensible, logical, responsible, practical, harder, better, faster, stronger. We would undoubtedly be better off bringing some of these German qualities into our countries. There is plenty of evidence. Just look at Swiss people, no thank you. If they were not too busy helping French tax evaders, they would have time to learn real German instead of their descendant Swiss German that nobody really understands. And jumping across the Atlantic Ocean, even the United States of America, who misread old Darwin and thought that it was all about the survival of the fattest, could learn some science and some humbleness by trying a Schlachtschüssel, this Bavarian speciality composed of cooked pork belly, liver sausage, black pudding, sauerkraut, and potato dumplings. Distinguished members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to look beyond the Rhine, as well as beyond oceans, and above all beyond borders, to forget your partisan, intolerant gastronomic principles, and to free your love for sauerkraut, to think of the fresh German beer you are going to enjoy after this debate, and to be convinced that not only France, not only Europe, but that the entire world should be more German. Thank you very much.